You step into solitude, and suddenly, the silence feels unbearable. Not because silence itself is painful, but because it strips away the noise that your ego hides behind. In that quiet, you face yourself without distraction, and to the ego, that feels like dying. Your ego is not your true self. It's the mask you wear, the identity you've stitched together from society's approval, other people's opinions, and the endless chase for validation. In solitude, there's no audience. No one to impress. No role to play. The armor of the ego falls off. And without it, you feel naked, exposed, like a soldier without his shield. That's why solitude terrifies you. It doesn't just quiet the world, it kills the illusions you cling to. The ego survives on attention, comparison, and constant activity. So when you cut yourself off from the world, the ego panics. It whispers, "You're losing everything. You're disappearing. You are nothing without others seeing you." And in a way, it's right. Because the ego is dying. But here's the truth. Only what is false within you dies in solitude. The real you, the self beneath the mask, remains untouched. In the beginning, the silence feels suffocating. You may feel restless, anxious, even afraid. That's the ego fighting for survival, clawing at your mind, desperate to stay alive. It feels like death because the ego is dissolving, and it doesn't want to let go. But if you endure, if you stay in the silence long enough, something miraculous happens. You discover that behind the death of the ego is the birth of your true self. What dies in solitude is the false narrative. That you are what you own. That you are what people think of you. That you are your achievements, your titles, your status. When solitude burns these illusions to ashes, what remains is raw, unshakable truth. You realize you were never the mask, you were always the awareness behind it. And in that realization, you are reborn. So yes, solitude feels like death to the ego. But that death is the doorway. If you avoid it, you remain a prisoner of your mask. If you embrace it, you step into freedom, the freedom of becoming who you really are.